Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to another episode of Stellaris as our Sulivan Stellar Parliament people. As you can see here, we have this lovely situation of having just woken a very angry dragon, which does seem to be neutral to us. Right now, so, you know, yay. We can always, maybe, once we've developed a stronger military, we can turn around and attack it, but not anytime soon, I don't think. Alright, the Empress's lilac ribbon. The archaeologists were preparing to leave when they happened upon a large hidden chamber cluttered with artifacts, gnawed bones, and a substantial amount of fresh slobber. There, under a used royal nose swab, on a four-legged table with a carving of a face they confirmed was indeed funny, sat the rubricator. Maker of thingamajigs, right where it was supposed to be, a tiny, insignificant-looking cube spewing out a continuous stream of artifacts. Rubricator is a replicator, an ingenious alien invention that can make endless copies of just about any artifact, and soon it is ours. The planet-side team will begin the journey back to the safety of the ship. Thankfully, we will never know what attacked the hoarders. Ha ha ha, hee 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 hoo ha ha. Alright, you can go back and assist research, I think. Alright, so we've got like a giant dragon floating around our planet now. That's
construction completed.
That's definitely not going to cause problems. But at least it's not going to eat us yet. Celebrate diversity. Verse engineer arcane artifacts. Find military applications. Okay, military bonuses. Peaceful applications, precursor insight, L-gate insight. Museum exhibits. I'm gonna just keep piling these up for now. And I'll figure out what precisely I'm doing with them by and by. Damn smugglers! A number of gray ports, unauthorized spaceports where smugglers and other criminal elements convene, are believed to exist on the planet's surface. The local authorities are working on tracking down these illegal ports, but until they succeed, trade on the planet will suffer. Damn gummit!
Anomalous readings registered.
Well,
the special project has concluded.
The atmospheric patterns are highly atypical. Interesting. Which means it's probably not actually a gas giant. The vast geometric forms on rail rate are certainly not of natural origin. Planet's stylized landscape is reminiscent of a vast and dusty sea, punctuated with rocks which range in size from small boulders to landed asteroids. Our researchers conclude that this landscape is likely an art piece, or else is part of some ritual practice. However, the only perpetrators appear to be the gardening drones we saw earlier. Our attempts to backtrace their origin have yielded no result. Perhaps time will tell. Giving Zen World, which gives happiness and upkeep from
Colony
jobs.
establishment has begun.
Wait, hang on a second here. There's actually 2 Gaia worlds here? Because rank weight, or rail weight, is not... Oh, it's a terraforming candidate. Okay. Alright, I was finding myself immensely confused by that for a second, but rest assured, all is well. That's being worked on. Construction is constructioning. We've got a purple rain giving 10 happiness. 50. No scientific value, of course, but pretty sweet. Alright. Oh, and what? Oh, God. A thunderous rumble erupts from the dragon's belly. Suddenly, her wings are wrapped around the ship. Wait, what? I thought we had left. Wait. Caretaker division. No, these guys are yellow, so they probably won't attack as long as I don't do anything. Wait, there are no ships over here. Her steamy breath fogging up the windshield as she peers inside, a maniacal glint in her eyes. How did she get so close to us and so fast, and is she smiling? Why, you whet my appetite, little ones. She purrs softly, then lunges at it with all her might, fangs exposed. Battle stations.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire.
Oh, okay, she's just attacking this. Okay. Is she gonna eat my planet? Oh, and what's actually gonna happen? This is colonized, but now we have no space station there. What we had assumed was an abnormally small gas giant is in fact not. Beneath a deceptive cover of thick dust swirling in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet. A barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. Proven quite embarrassing to the astronomical community on Kazan.
System survey concluded.
Is she bombarding my planet? Okay. I mean, she's got a Leviathan thing here. Well.
System survey concluded.
Of course, watch it turns out she has like only 1,000 fleet power and isn't even that big a deal. My, wouldn't I feel silly then. Alright, let's upgrade.
Construction completed.
And actually, you know what? Because I want to get this whole show on the road at some point in the near future, let's go to the market. It's too bad I couldn't sell stuff for influence, but that would probably be too easy. Let's sell 10,000. Use that to buy 250. Is it really that expensive for minerals or alloys? I guess so. Oh yeah, there it is. 520. I mean, there's probably some way to increase their value. Oh, maybe I went a little too far there. I mean, this price, yeah, it does start going down over time. Okay. As I was saying, let's get this show on the road. And as for you, my pretty, build our mining stations, and then, oh, and there's another wormhole over here. 50. Oh, also, what's going on over here? Oh, yeah, it's you.
System survey concluded. Ship upgrades applied.
I feel like you're attacking me, but there is no devastation. This poor planet. What did they ever do to deserve this? Dang, they need a lot of amenities to be happy. I'll build another city district, we'll play around and see how that one turns out for us. You're still
construction
making your way back
completed.
Home. Oh. Actually, hang on a second. You can start excavating over here. Okay. And yeah, we do want to continue expanding this way. But before we do, let's not be too quick. Right, we'll go ahead and colonize the planet. And meanwhile, yeah, you're well on your way. Oh, and we found another civilization. Always exciting. We have detected the presence of an alien civilization in the Idria system. They appear to be in the early... Look at these guys. And if I recall correctly, I think early space age is one step away from actually obtaining FTL travel. So these guys are like right on the verge. And look how close they are. This is going to be so cool. Oh boy. It also... Maybe it's because I just can't see up here, but it does seem like they've almost been locked in place.
Anomalous readings registered.
I really don't know what I'm waiting for. I think there's at least one more technology I can find that lowers the cost of claims and stuff, but... I mean, should I really go for... Excuse me? Wait. Al Vocal? That's not you. Who disappeared and why? Oh, it's because they expanded. Damn. Alright. Well, let's build our starbase. Oh, why couldn't you have just jumped? Oh well, don't worry about it. Oh, more L-Gate insights and also some nanomachines. Interesting. And the nanites are gathered in this system. Detailed analysis of the enormous metallic crystals dominating Idria 2's landscape have defied all expectations. Science Officer Jurg Fenn is excited to reveal that these oversized crystals are in fact composed of trillions upon trillions of deactivated nanites. Their molecular structure matches No Known Empire's nanotechnology signatures, making their point of origin indeterminable. They may have been deposited on the planet by some unknown spacefarers for an unknown purpose. As far as Jurg Fenn can tell, the nanites compiled themselves into perfectly oriented crystalline lattices and replicated until a point at which they became deactivated. While the crystals they created do in fact resemble buildings, they are entirely uniform in composition and cannot possibly have served any such purpose. Incredible. I'll say. Alright.
System survey concluded.
Alright,
System survey concluded.
Overall,
Construction
we're
completed.
in good... Ooh, a regular
Construction
signal.
completed.
Reminiscent of of our own patterns. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and get our researchy stuff done. I mean, it looks like my expansion in this direction is pretty much over. God damn it. Well, I guess that's not happening.
System survey concluded.
They can't go any further, so... Now I've got time. Wormhole travel. Perfect. Energy nexus, also perfect. But let's go with wormhole travel first, because it's a rare technology and we can't guarantee we'll see it again anytime soon. Oh, you know what? This colony ship will go over here. And enter orbit, so it's ready. The signal we intercepted was a distress call in orbit around Idria 3. The ship is not giving off any heat signatures and seems to be drifting. A special project has been issued to investigate what happened to the crew.
Situation log has been updated.
Well, let's find out. Oh, and it's the Visari again. Of course, it also occurs to me, now that we're touching them, that's probably going to hurt relations, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well, the important thing is that we are trying to remain friendly.
The special project has concluded.
The crew of the ship has been found dead. What is more disturbing is that they appear to have been killed by some highly advanced brain parasites, which infested them and drove them mad. Thanks to Science Officer Jurg Fenn's findings, we were able to protect our own crew from being infected. That's a disturbing image, but also kind of cool. Alright. They're still superior to us in fleet power, which does concern me. But I think to myself, depending on how we play our cards, if I can, like, hold, say, here, for instance, and smash up their fleets, and then probably a good idea would be to save up a bunch of alloys before we start the war. You know, like, we're trying to build up our army now, but we also want to make sure that we build ourselves up in a, at least semi-intelligent fashion. You're going to automatically cancel your job, right, when you realize you can't build there anymore? Okay, that's what I was expecting. But you can't always be too careful with these things. So we'll just kind of go back and do some mining. Fleet order canceled. Shard. Shard's going to be tough. It's actually kind of a shame that it wasn't, you know, in one of these border systems.
We have detected an anomaly.
Trick the AI into sliding in there, but also some buildings on that barren surface. Following our failure to challenge the Shard Dragon that emerged in... It turned on our colony in the system, massacring the colonists with great slaughter.
Engaging hostile forces.
Oh, come on! What was I supposed to do? I guess just die. There's no way they're gonna survive long enough to... Damn. Well, I guess I've learned. Ah, and after all the resources I spent on that. Well, needless to say, I am not a happy lad. But that is life. Alright, preliminary excavations indicate that the celestial object came straight down on top of a sprawling city. At the time of the impact, the inhabitants were at a technological level on par with early spaceflight. As Fulia 2A currently does not sustain any sapient species, it is reasonable to assume the event was the beginning of the end of this civilization. It is unclear whether the giant rock landed smack on top of the city by design, or if it is just a bizarre, catastrophic incident. Oh my. Let's see, even with the naked eye, it is easy to see something highly irregular in the shape of Fulia 2A. Smooth curvature of the surface is suddenly interrupted by a gigantic spherical bump. At some point, a moon or large asteroid collided with the planet, but must have done so in a fairly delicate manner, merely lodging itself in the planet's crust. Interesting. Oh, right, unspent civics points. So I guess we could reform the government, but it costs influence to do that, and I'm kind of at a point where I'm trying to save up my influence. More naval capacity, chemical bliss with our bloric body pillows. Oh, look at that, we can actually lower crime. I like the sound of that. I mean, I like the sound of more capacity, but we're not even at our current capacity. Also, these guys are out of jobs. Buff our power output for now, I think. You know, I hope when this planet was decommissioned that at least some refugees managed to escape. Getting a real, lonely mountain kind of situation here. Real, Erebor. Yes? Yes. Yeah. But I can't sing, so I'm not going to regale you with that song that I'm sure you all know from Tolkien's classic, The Hobbit. What the Jal'Ulesk found on Ostiuk 4A were not buildings, but surprisingly regular mineral outcroppings. Ah, kind of like basalt rocks. Or basalt stone formation stuff. Anyway, yes, Jurg Fenn asserts that these angular blocks of rock are the product of interactions between tectonic plates, their shapes the result of the unusual tectonophysics inherent in the planet's crust. Perfect angularity of these thrust faults implies a possibility of aliens tampering with Ostiak 4A's crust at some point in the past. Most intriguing. I'll be honest, I'm going to be real salty about this. For some time. Mostly because I lost an entire planet. But what was I supposed to do? I mean, well, I suppose if I wasn't recording these all in advance, someone probably would have warned me in the comments, hey, don't colonize that world. Something bad's gonna happen. But you know what? This way was more fun, I think. Alright. Covered an elongated metal box from the surface of Burana 5A. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead Menocteris to believe it is not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicions, as trace aromatics still emanate from the object. A special project has been issued to confirm whether this might be an information-carrying device constructed by some alien race, communicating primarily through the secretion and reception of atmosphere-borne chemical compounds or smells.
Situation log has been updated.
Alright, research. Finish survey, go back into automate mode. Well.
The special project has concluded.
The box is indeed a document, of a sort. Menocteris admits that they had been hoping for a historical record or some other kind of codex significant to whatever culture left behind, but they were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives which, going by the rapid changes in odor towards the end of each sequence, are intended to surprise or be interpreted as comedic. The techniques used to store and reproduce specific smells is of some interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew of the From Beyond are left with the uncomfortable feeling that they have unwittingly become intimately familiar with what certain gaseous byproducts of alien digestion and smell like. However, Menocteris is unwilling to speculate as to why the box was dumped on this frozen hellscape of a planet. You know, it was just a prank, bro. Nothing to worry about. Oh, geez, you jumped way, way back. Alright, go survey here, and then we'll have you automate. Then once you're done with that, I'll probably get you to go do something else of importance. Really should rush to lock this all in, shouldn't I? If I could get here, that would be great, but they're probably gonna...
A new world has been colonized.
Ooh, nice.
System survey concluded.
I'm afraid I can't afford your stuff, so goodbye, sir.
We have detected an anomaly.
Ooh, boy, oh boy. Unexpected activity. Oh, I feel like I know what, it's like that mysterious, person thing. Ooh, it's a box! Specifically, a space box. A space station box, some would even say. Alright, we're gonna make friends soon, it seems. Alright, the Beth aliens. Hopefully they're friendly. But given our luck so far, I would not count on it. But I'm gonna rush to cross this interstellar bridge here. Now maybe going this way would even be better. Oh, never mind. Salty. Alright. Jal OLS came up short with regards to its original mission of investigating possible activity on the frozen surface of Ostiak 5. There's seemingly nothing of note but ice and rock. However, Science Officer Jurg Fenn, a self-proclaimed gourmet chef and history buff, claims to have made an important discovery. A chemical compound found in the surface ice layers in several regions of Ostiak 5 is allegedly, supposedly, closely related to Sulivan Stellar Salt, an ingredient integral to many traditional Sulivan dishes, thought extinct on Kazan. It has long been speculated that Sulivan Stellar Salt was never native to our homeworld, but was brought to the surface by some meteorite impacts in the distant past. Science Officer's discovery on Ostiak 5 lends some credence to this theory, though Jurg Fenn leans heavily on properties described in ancient cookbooks predating modern chemistry to prove the saline connection. Whether the salt, analyzed and synthesized, actually tastes like the Sulivan Stellar Salt of old is ultimately of little consequence. Just the idea of traditional foods now possessing more historically accurate flavor profiles is bound to stimulate both the Sulivan economy and the palate, giving us 5% happiness for a couple of years. 2 years, I think, specifically, if I was reading that correctly. I'm not going to make the mistake of colonizing this world, by the way. At least not until we're much stronger. 204 fleet power doesn't sound that impressive, but I've got the distinct impression it's gonna be a little bit tougher than that. Also, if we look at our raider guys here, I can add more. So, go ahead. Add some of these. Add some corvettes. What is 14? So, 11 of these bad boys. And you know what? Okay, we'll build one destroyer. I mean, ideally, I want one fleet that'll be strong enough to hold these guys off. But then again, I guess, you know, if they are approximately equal in strength... Oh, now I really want to rush to get over here. But then again, there was already an alien station in this system, wasn't there? Or in one of these systems. So, that is...
System survey concluded.
Unlikely for us. Oh, and we gained a new trait, Eye for Talent, which increases our capacity and also our experience gain. Good times. Alright, and I can do stuff with this as well at some point. Desert world,
anomalous
tropical world.
Readings registered.
Alright, small docking hatch. Ooh, that could mean pirates are going to show up. Also, we have completed this archaeology site. It may go down as the biggest botch in scientific history. Deep core samples indicate that the center of the crashed moon was composed of highly pure metal ores. Coveting these, in defiance of all logic and sane engineering principles, the population of Fulia 2A constructed an electromagnet of gargantuan proportions. It seems their intent was to pull the moon into a closer orbit in order to mine its riches more easily. Sure enough, the magnet was activated and hauled the moon towards the surface of Fulia 2A, but too hard and too fast. The inhabitants frantically tried to reverse the electromagnetic beam, but succeeded only in slowing the metallic orb's descent, not stopping it. The moon crashed into the planet with enough force to wipe out the entire hemisphere. In the aftermath, the dust and debris cloud from the impact blotted out the sun for decades, which eradicated all life on the rest of the world. Oops. That's putting it lightly. And with that hilarious bit of cosmic tragedy, I suppose it's probably time to wrap this episode up. So until the next time, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. And I will see all you in the next video.